One of the acquisitions that I think would be interesting for Ripple, and this is something that Brad Garlinghouse mentioned in 2023 at CoinAlts. He was on stage and this wasn't filmed except for what Ray filmed. Ray Fuentes, who got his hand slapped for doing it, filmed Jack McDonald and Brad Garlinghouse keynote. He talked about Chainalysis and how cool that company was for identity and being able to track, what wallet was associated with what person, and maintain all those records. If Ripple were to acquire that company, Chainalysis is large at this point, but that would be another really good institutional play for them, especially to be able to provide that service to all of their clients, and create those digital identities and that information on chain for all those people to participate in certain ecosystems. So, not saying that one's going to happen, but I think that would be a good strategic play for Ripple if they are in acquisition mode still. I don't know that they are. I mean, they've made a lot of acquisitions last year. I would expect that they would probably take 3 to 9 months to integrate those businesses and make sure they're streamlining processes and everything's working correctly before they continue on the warpath. But if they got the capital and the opportunity, somebody else, and I don't know if it was my team or what, somebody put out, Ripple looking at an acquisition of Circle. I shared this with the mastermind, but I'll talk about it here. Now that we have the Stablecoin Act and there are other people that are issuing stablecoins, I think the reason that may have not occurred in the past would have been like kind of it's a antitrust. If they had acquired Circle at that time, they would have really been the only stablecoin provider here domestically. But now that we have the Genius Act and other people issuing stablecoins, I don't think that's as big a concern. So maybe there will be something where, but Circle's gone public at this point, so it would be like a SPAC or a reverse merger, and maybe that's how Ripple goes public. Or they could obviously take Circle private again, like Ripple, like Elon did with Twitter. That's a longer process, and I think they would probably want access to liquidity. I know that the employees there, like Bob Way, he would like to be able to retire and access his Ripple stock. It's like the 10th employee at Ripple.